Good morning. It's InStory Live. It's Devorah, and I'm coming to you from, of all places, Puerto Rico. Just went for a short run and back to our abode, staying in a lovely condo here in Puerto Rico, and heading out today for an inspirational training. And so Thursdays I often talk about thinking new thoughts. And so hi, Lily. So what does it take to do something new? I had to really ask myself that question in order to travel from Portland, Oregon to Puerto Rico. It was a full day of travel. And, and I'm coming because I work with a coach. Her name is Karina Stewart, and I love her. I believe in her teachings and her vision and her energy work, and I decided to work with her because I want to increase the capacity I have to bring a shift in consciousness to the people I work with. Like, I do that already through story, and she does it through changing wealth consciousness for the world. And I love that so much. So we're here where she lives in Puerto Rico, and we're gonna be completely transforming ourselves and our lives and our visions, and bringing this really expansive, powerful, transformational energy back to our communities, which is you, which is you guys. And I tried to do this video with the big view overlooking, but I didn't have the Wi-Fi for it, and it wouldn't run. So you get the little palm tree in my background for now. And so today, I like in these videos these days to give you some kind of a tip. So how do you think new thoughts? Like, what allows us to have a new thought? So I like to, you know me, I'm all about metaphor and looking for what's the meaning, how do you make the most out of a moment, and looking for the extraordinary in the ordinary. And so I watched some movies that were not so amazing, but one of them was about a woman who didn't see herself as pretty, and then she got hit in the head, and all of a sudden her perception of herself was completely different. She still looked the same to everyone else, but the way she acted changed how everybody reacted to her, because she thought of herself in a new way. So how do you think about yourself? What are your habitual thoughts that are limiting, that are constricting, that keep you small? And let's play around with saying, how can I think differently? What could be a new way of thinking? So take a moment and notice that. Like, I had to do that work as I'm sitting on the first 3-hour flight, then the 3-hour layover, then the 5-hour flight for a 2-day training, and I'm staying 2 more days. But I had to kind of shift the, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? It's so far. Hi, Kate. But sometimes you have to go so far. You have to go a little beyond the ordinary, beyond what's just comfortable. You know, it's kind of easier to just stay home. I love staying home. I love home. My family is amazing. They're holding the fort, and I love them. And I love my community. You know, my InStory group, my year-long group, they ran their, Wednesdays is when I do my call for them, and they ran their call themselves. Like, one of the women has moved up into my leadership team, and she ran the call, and everybody loved it. And gosh, I just love that. Like, we have something to say. That's one of my passions. I believe you have something to say, and that what you have to say is valuable. And so many of us have grown up in one way or another, feeling that sometimes that sense that the essence of what we have to say isn't valuable. And a lot of the women in my community are having this feeling of being called to something more, and that what I have to say really is valuable. But maybe I don't know how to say it, and I don't have the confidence. So building that clarity and that confidence through the power of your story, your creativity, your imagination, that's my thing. I just love that. And so now I'm here to take that up a notch, like really to lift that up into a very elevated domain. And I think, you know, as leaders, when we work on ourselves, it allows us to lead strong in our communities. And I could not love my community more. You are all amazing. I am so inspired by you all the time. And I know many of you will be listening to this later. I started a little early because I have to get ready and head off out into my adventures for the day. And I will post some spontaneous Facebook Lives along my way as I feel something, like as I want to draw you into the moment. And that's a lot of what I talk about. I did one the other evening where I was in the forest. It was so mystical. It was just misty and mystical. And I just did a short Facebook Live on mystical, magical moments. And so notice your thinking, okay? And see if you could shift your thoughts to new thoughts and see what that feels like. And let me know how it goes. Let me know where you are, what you're thinking, what you're up to, what's inspiring you. Share here in the thread, and let's cheer each other on. All right, as always, sending you lots of love and reminding you to go out in the world, share your story, live your purpose, and be a blessing. Bye, folks.